Hello. I just said I'd do a video to explain how Brody's appointment went with a surgeon today. Now we didn't bring Brody. We left him to go to school because it was just a meeting with the doctors and his surgeon. So I'll start off by saying it went well. A few different things that we didn't expect to hear, but good things. So we met Lars, that's Brody's surgeon. He did Brody's two previous surgeries and he's just the best man ever. So basically what needs to be done now is Brody will be having more surgery, possibly as early as next month. We have to wait and see. We've kind of said we don't want it to happen kind of around Christmas because we don't want Brody missing out on Christmas. So if it doesn't happen next month, it'll be early-ish next year. It's an elective surgery. There's no big panic over it because Brody's doing quite well in himself. So it's all just a matter of time of when his surgeon can fit Brody into his little slots. Between the three surgeons, they have roughly about 110 kids on their waiting list. So and then they have newborn babies being born with heart defects, so they always take priority because they like Brody did when he was that age, he needed to be seen quite quickly as well, so that's fine. So what basically what they want to do is, originally we thought that he wanted to do a mitral valve repair, but there's Emily saying hello. Say hello to everybody, Emily. Hello. Brody's best friend. So what they wanted to do is they wanted to repair his valve. So in Brody's condition, like in a normal heart, you have your mitral valve and then you have your tricuspid valve. So but in Brody's condition, his are like kind of like meshed together. So I have a little picture of it there. Brody surgeons did out this for me for us earlier on. So that's basically what the mitral and tricuspid should look like, but Brody's looks like this. So like it's loads of little kind of flaps going around. So basically what they want to do is because he has a regurgitation on it, so there's a like a backflow. So basically what it is, like there, that would be Brody's heart there. So that would be the two valves there. So the blood's flowing this way, but it's also flowing this way, and they don't want that to happen. So he's going to make a final decision once he has Brody on the table. It is full open heart surgery. Once Brody's on the table, he'll decide what he wants to do, but he would prefer to put like a band around the valves and put a mesh in between the two to separate them and make them tighter to try and slow down that backflow. Or they can do a mechanical valve, so that would involve basically taking it out and putting in like a proper like mechanical valve, but that's not without its risks. I mean, any of the heart mammies here know that their kids have had mechanical valves. If Brody gets that, he'll be on warfarin for the rest of his life, and he will need it replaced at some stage as well. So we're trying to avoid that, but if it has to be done, it has to be done. So but what we learned today was that Brody was meant to be having a surgery called the fontan. That's the third stage of the 3 stages of surgery he's had. But they said that if he was to do the mitral valve repair and the fontan in the one surgery, it's very risky, and he's only done it on 2 kids before. So without putting a dampener on it, there's one child survived and one didn't. So what he wants to do is he wants to do the mitral valve repair, and then he will put the fontan in, but basically, so that's the fontan there on the side of the heart. But what he's going to do is put a membrane around the top, and then when Brodie recovers, hopefully well, after the mitral valve repair, he'll go back to in for a cath lab, which is a minor thing. He's had plenty of them before. And they put like a line up through his groin, and they basically pierce a hole in that membrane, and that allows the fontan to start to work. So he will effectively be having the fontan in this surgery, but it won't work until they have this the mitral valve repair, because the whole point of trying to help the mitral valve is to, because Brodie only has the function of one ventricle, they want to try and improve his overall function and the power of his heart, because the bigger and the taller and the heavier that Brodie gets, the worse the leak is going to get. So there's those strong Maples genes showing through all the tall men in the family. So yeah, once that settles down, now there is like risks involved in this surgery, but myself and Wayne were very trusting in Lars to allow him to guide us through this. It is very nerve-wracking, and I do feel quite anxious telling this story, and this is why I'm doing this video, because it's just too complicated to type out, and because I have the pictures, and like it's funny, you try and prepare yourself for this, but it never really gets any easier. So but we do have every faith in Lars that he will do a great job, because he has before. Like, he's an incredible man. Like, he was delayed in coming to see us today, and he walked in, and he had just done a fontan this morning. It was like he just made himself a cup of tea. It was nothing to him. So so yeah, that's pretty much the story. So Brodie's quite well at the minute, and that's the way the surgeons want him, because if he starts to get any worse or sick or anything like that, it can be a slippery slope. So we could hear as early as next month for a date of surgery. The recovery time, Brodie will have 3 chest drains for, I think he said 10 days to about 2 weeks. And then once they come out, all going well, he should get home within about maybe 3 weeks, hopefully. But then it is, even if he is home, it's still a long recovery process. But everybody knows Brodie, he's a tough little nut. So so yeah, so we're optimistic. We're nervous, and for me personally, it's difficult to comprehend this time round, because Brodie's a proper walking, talking little person now. I mean, he'll be 5 in January. He's not just this tiny little baby that doesn't understand anymore. He asks lots of questions. He knows he has a special heart, and he knows that Damien Kenny and Lars Nolke are there to help him. And he knows he gets a big fat trip to Smith's when he gets out. So so if you've watched the video, thanks for watching. I will continue to do video updates once we get the ball rolling in the hospital. And as always, thanks for all your love and support.